Nat 20. Hi folks, Merlin here, bringing you another Dungeons and Dragons Adventurer video. So it's brand new delivery day, and we have with us delivery 5 of Dungeons and Dragons Adventures. So this is issues 15, 16, 17 and 18, plus our next subscriber gift, which is the DM screen. So quite a nice bit of kit to look at. It's a rather hefty parcel. Surprised it wasn't in a box, but yeah, we've got that to look at today. So we will jump over to the table shortly and have a little bit of an unboxing, look through the issues quickly, and I'll give you my thoughts on the delivery before I start going through each issue individually as usual. So before we do jump over, don't forget to do all the usual. Like this video if you are enjoying the Dungeons & Dragons content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, as it's the only way you can keep up to date with all my mad content. Plenty more Dungeons & Dragons and Stormbringer and Warhammer in general to come. I'll also be soon having a playthrough and a review for the game of Gargoyles. There will be also a playthrough hopefully soon for Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to be playing the first mission from the collection. So yeah, I'll give that a go. And also I'll be preparing a few other bonus videos. There's my paint video of the month coming soon as well, which is Flesh Eater Quartz themed, so stay tuned for that. Right. Last thing then, don't forget to of course check the video description down below for all the usual links. Without further ado, let's jump over to the table and we'll take a look at delivery 5. So here we are with our usual black bag from Hachette. Just tear it open so you can get to the good stuff inside. So, packing slip there. First off, we have issue 18 with a rather nice set of black and blue dice. Then we have issue 17, which is our clear set with a tiny axe on the inside. I'll be putting those in my spare tin I got from a bonus issue 1. We have the Dungeon Master screen, so pretty cool, fair weight to it. That ought to be pretty cool to look at. We've got issue 16 with a set of inspiration tokens there. And finally then issue 15 with a set of blue and silver dice. So, 4 great issues, but first off, let's take a look at the free gift. First off then, we have our Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master screen. So, subscriber gift for those of you who subscribe to the collection. Let's open up. Take a look inside. So we've got pretty cool picture here, giant dragon facing off against a trio of heroes. We have issue 1 and issue 2's adventure cover there, and we have another great picture there of a couple of heroes facing off against some demons. But yeah, pretty cool, nice artwork on it. Then we fold it out and we have all the necessary information for a DM. So the actions that can be done in combat, long jump, high jump, concentration there, all the different conditions, tracking and setting your difficulties, prices for certain items as well, and then more on movement, so travel pace, areas, light and cover, etc. So yeah, really cool, nice thick quality card, pretty durable. I'm not too sure if that is Adventure Freeze cover or not. I know we are getting a new adventure soon. They've got up to issue 24 on the website, so they are actually showing off the covers for Adventure Free, which will be pretty cool. We're starting that, and I think it's issue 22, 23, 24, around that area. Issue 21, I think, is the last one anyway. That is for Adventure 2. So yeah, some good stuff coming up. Right, next up then, let's start looking at each of the issues individually, and we'll quickly go through their contents. So we'll start off with issue 15. So we get a nice set of blue and silver dice. Nice and clear, pretty cool, stand out. Just another generic set of dice for us to have. So yeah, not all that wow factor. Going into issue 15 then, so we got our new exclusive adventure, picking our lifestyle, learning about trinkets, and we cross to the Feywild. First up then, we have challenge ratings for dealing with multiple monsters. We have our first page about traps, first page about how to make maps. So some nice pages for the DM in this issue. We have how to make dice decisions, another one for the DM there. Background page or character creation pages, so we've got lifestyles, how you want your characters to be. Are they common? Are they uncommon? Are they rare? Are they exceptionally well off, etc.? Trinkets, so we've got a little sort of a voodoo doll there, a statue, a rune, and a beetle in amber. So part 2 of trinkets as well, so we've got a couple of different spell stones there. So a trinkets table depending on what, so you can roll and pick a random trinket, which goes all the way to 100, which is pretty cool. Then we have, for our lore, we learn about the Feywild and the different denizens and creatures that call it home. Before we continue into the Dragon Slayer's tomb with our second part of a 2-parter adventure. So yeah, as usual, I won't spoil anything in this. I made that mistake last time, so I won't put any details of the adventure in this video. Save that for the full video. But we'll show you the back page, as it will show us an enemy to encounter, and we've got a Banshee. Next up then, issue 16, which comes with a set of inspiration tokens. So I was expecting these to be on a frame that we had to punch out and glue together ourselves, but they are pre-constructed, which is pretty cool. Get one out. So yeah, laser cut, NDF, tokens, inspiration. They are meant to fit a character on the inside, but from what I've been hearing, it's not a universal fit. Some of the characters have slightly bigger bases, so they actually sit on top the marker as opposed to on the inside. The smaller characters, so our wizard and our bard, their bases will probably fit on the inside, but any of our bigger characters will sort of sit on the lip. But yeah, really cool nonetheless. Nice detailing there. Really cool. So yeah, we get 5 of those in the bag. So yeah, probably the letdown issue of the delivery, but still something fun and handy to add to our gaming collection. So looking at issue 16, so we have again a new adventure. We learn about power of teamwork, we sail the seas, and we prove our mettle in a contest and tournament. And then we have eat, drink, and eavesdrop in taverns. So we got a page all about how to work together as a team. Not all teams are the best at working together, as we may or may not know from previous experience. Page 3 of managing the monsters for the DM there. Missing players and new players. So this would be a very handy article for me to read, because currently one of my groups, we've sadly had one of our players in real life actually passed away. So we will have to try and work his character out of the story in a way that's fitting for him, I think. But yeah, very handy article there to teach us all about players, in bringing in a new one, even a little bit about going solo there. Then we have advice all on the taverns there, so how to get and make use of the taverns. So things you can do: you can rest, uncover rumours, gather information, and use distractions and diversions to your benefit. Then we have getting a room and food there as well. Next up then we have a page all about the contests and challenges and tournaments that a DM could easily set up for their players. So different ones that you could make up, snail racing, because why not? Next up then for character creation, we're having a look at the different factions. So we've encountered a few already from other pages of the magazine, but this is where we get to choose, really start to think about choosing our own faction to join. Then we have a creature page, the Genasi. So I believe this is setting us up for our next character. So that'd be quite interesting. And we have the different Genasi as they are more attuned to the elements. So we have Earth, Water, Fire, and Air Genasi. Or Genasi, even. I can't read, even with my glasses on, apparently. So yeah, the Genasi. I think Genasi sounds better. But yeah, new race that we can, new species that we will possibly be playing in a future adventure. Then we have Sea of Shadows, learning about the Sword Coast's oceans, before we spend some much needed rest and relaxation in the pub. So A Night to Remember is our adventure. So yeah, taking a breather pretty much from the action. And so we got a captain and a guard to deal with as adversaries there. So moving on, we've got issue 17. So, come on, out. Good boy. So our dice are kind of special. They actually have little axes set on the inside of them. Just about make it out there. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, little tiny double-headed axe inside. Pretty cool. Nice gimmicky set. Perfect for an axe-wielding character if you have one in your team. Yeah, nice set. Definitely worthy of a tin. So looking at issue 17, we have, of course, a new adventure. We learn about the Druids, so that must be preparing us for a new character. We face the Displacer Beast, so we finally get to use the token that we got in issue 14. We can buy and sell magic items, and we learn the art of creating scenes and weaving them together. So yeah, so we start off with that exact page for the DM, so how to create a scene and weave them together into a cohesive story. Learning all about buying magic items, learning about selling magic items. So depending on the rarity, you'd have to pay or even gain a better price for it. So yeah, we've got a list of pricing here, buying item checks, and how to find a buyer for if you are selling a magic item. Yeah. Prices that you might be able to get, and item offer as well. So yeah, pretty cool. Moving on for character creation, we have the Druid. So this is going to be our next character class. So yeah, Druids are very spiritual beings, priests of ancient faiths and lands. The moon, the sea, and the stars often become adventurers to protect the natural order of things. So we have, of course, as it's a new... Oh, this issue stuck together. As it's a new class, we have first level information, second level part 1, so there's obviously quite a lot of information for second level. So yeah, first and second level part 1 for the Druid, so we'll get parts 2 and getting ready for level 3 soon as well. So yeah, Druid's a very cool character class. You're sort of the classic generic hermit, so think of like Ben Kenobi, etc. You much prefer spending time usually on your own or with nature. So we learn all about displacer beasts. We learn about one of the factions, the Emerald Conclave, who is a defender of all natural order of things, so defenders of nature, etc. Then we have Encounter 2, Day at the Market, for our missions adventure. So we are putting to use some of the stuff we've learnt in this issue about buying and selling items. So pretty lengthy looking at it. Oh, that's why it's lengthy. So we actually have a brand new Druid character who is actually a wood elf. I was expecting to be a Genasi. But yeah, we only actually have the one page, so we only have a level 2 character, so that's quite interesting. So if you want to create a first level version, you'll have to go to D&D Beyond. But yeah, so we have our brand new character who is a wood elf druid with the hermit background. And yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff to learn there. So we'll take a look at that in a future video. Finally then, we have issue 18, which is the deliveries set of dice in a tin. So our set of dice is a lovely blue and black set, very similar to the red and black set we had in a previous issue. And yeah, I much prefer these to the red ones. They look really cool, nice and clear. They're slightly bigger than the regular dice. As you can see, just a tad bigger there on the D4. But yeah, pretty cool, nice premium set there. So they'll have the D&D and on the high values. So yeah, definitely a set I'm going to be using myself. Moving on, and then let's take a look at the issue. So we continue our questing with a new adventure. We have learning about running mysteries in the event. My tongue stops working. Learning about running mysteries in our adventures. We discover the life of a hermit, and we introducing the ranks of hell. Not very nice. First off, then we are greeted with how to roleplay villains for the DM. We get to add mystery elements to our adventures, so we are getting more pages to the DM, which is what I like. We have second level features for the Druid part 2 there. I love the Mind Flayer detective there with the pipe, that's very Sherlock Holmes. Then we have Druid features second level part 3, so there's a lot this guy has. So we are getting into some actual in-depth sort of character classes, which is pretty cool for the magazine, as we are getting more and more experience as the collection goes on. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, different creatures that they can befriend, which is pretty cool. Out of the list, I think I would go for a weasel. Yeah, or possibly a wolf. So we have the background, which is the Hermit, perfect for our new level 2 Wood Elf Druid. We learn about devils and demons, so the different ranks of hell. Then we have the City Watch, so these are civilian soldiers that protect their home cities, such as Neverwinter and Waterdeep. So yeah, you have a specific type of talking, how to enlist in one if you want to become a member of the City Watch. Yeah, pretty cool. And then finally for the encounter we have Infernal Affairs. So 1 to 2 hour second level adventure where we are dealing with a demon. And it's an imp. There's our little demonic creature we're facing off against. So yeah. Right. I'll bring all the issues back in. I'll give you my final thoughts for Delivery 5. So there we have it. That was the unboxing for Delivery 5 of Dungeons & Dragons Adventure. And yeah, we've got some really exciting issues to read, I think, more than anything. Yeah, our freebies for this delivery aren't anything too spectacular. We just have 3 sets of dice and the inspiration tokens. Nothing to write home about. I think the standout for this delivery has to be that beautiful DM screen. And really, this is the one thing I was waiting for before I could actually start doing any playthroughs, and that was to have a proper screen to do all my important rolling behind. So yeah, perfect for any DM, new or old. Yeah, I think that's my favourite artwork, probably because of the purple hues. Sorry about that helicopter, rather low over the house. But yeah, definitely the standout for this delivery is that beautiful DM screen and possibly the premium dice there, which gives a little bit extra value, I suppose, to the order. Yeah, I think the big wealth to this delivery is possibly the information contained within the issues. We get a lot of information for the DM, so we're starting to be able to put on a better show for our players, which is always welcome. A lot more information for character creation. We have, of course, a brand new character to play, which I could have actually torn off the back page. But yeah, we have our brand new character, a Wood Elf Druid. So pretty cool, pretty classic. I believe I was going to do a Wood Elf Druid myself once upon a time, but I ended up swapping out for a Dwarf Ranger. But yeah, I think I could find myself using that Druid for future adventures. Other than that, yeah, it's a very small, I guess, delivery. I know we're not expecting to get too much with these issues. We know that most of the issues are going to be dice issues, but I really wish we would get more other gaming aids, such as more standees, more maps, more dungeon board sort of things. I know in one of the future issues, once we hit the 20s, there's actually articles about creating your own dungeons. So that's going to be a good one to look forward to. Can't wait for that issue. Other than that, yeah, we really do want to. I want to see some big changes when it comes to future issues of the magazine. I'm not saying it's a bad magazine. I know it's trying to give us a nice collection of dice so that if one person in a group is collecting it, they have dice to give out to different players. They have extra dice for giving out to newbies and people who want to just try one-off sort of games. But yeah, perfect sort of collection. Like I said, I don't think it's a bad collection. I think it's off to a bad start. I think things will get better as we go forward into the later issues. I still don't think the price is totally worth what we're getting at the moment. $8.99 an issue for very little content is a bit steep, I'd say. I mean, I'd happily pay $6.99 because if I want dice, I can get a set of these from my local game shop, usually in colours that I want myself, not locked into a specific adventure theme. Yeah, I can get some from my local gaming shop for less than £5, even less than £4 on smaller basic sets like these. Special sets like this, yeah, you're bound to pay a little bit more for in shops, and the high quality premium sort of sets like this, you're bound to pay a bit more for. But yeah, I would say $6.99 would be a better price. You're paying then £4 for the dice and £3 for the magazine. That would be a little better than the $8.99 because, yeah, okay, I know they got to factor in production costs and everything, but it's off-putting to some people who want to try and do this as a light hobby. It would be better for people to just go out, buy a starter set which has a lot of what you need to get playing inside it, and you'd probably find easier ways of getting into the game, picking up books. You can probably pick up secondhand books if somebody has either fallen out of love with the game or picked up newer versions of books and have sold on their older but still valid copies. Yeah, I know it's expensive to get into picking up all the books for all the things with this, but you can just pick your own particular poisons. I know the magazine is starting to tell us to reference specific books. It's usually good for players to pick up the player handbook, as it's a nice wealth of information. DMs will want to pick up, of course, the full rule book. They'll also want to pick up the monster manual, and there's a few other DM specific type of books that they'd want to pick up. But yeah, let's just see how the collection goes, I think, and I'll give my final judgment as we start to see if things are getting a bit better. But yeah, that's really all I can say. So price for this delivery was $35.96. That's $8.99 each issue. And we did get, of course, our subscriber gift. So this is free for anyone subscribing. Came with our 5th delivery, which this is. Next gift comes with our 7th delivery, which is that fun little dice jail. So yeah, we'll wait and see what we get for that. Yeah, as I've mentioned, I don't think it's a fair price to pay. I mean, yes, the content of the magazine is good. There's a lot of information for us to take in. But overall, I feel we're still a little lackluster when it comes to the full Dungeons & Dragons experience. I know this is a partworks and we are building up to probably the full Dungeons & Dragons experience, but yeah, I feel there's something missing in the early part that would probably help other people get hooked a bit easier and go in for the long run. That's just me. You might have your own thoughts, and if you do, I'd love to hear them in the comment section down below. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, keep rolling those crits.